In 2001, a survey asking what people thought about their body images was taken. It involved 13,601 teenagers from 9th grade to 12th grade. The result returned with 19% of people who had considered suicide. 9% of people admitted they had attempted it. 11% of people with normal weight considered themselves to be too heavy or too skinny. This information was provided in an article of CBS News in 2005. The society has talked a lot about stop body shames others, and it seemed to improve significantly. However, self-body shames, one of the reasons that leads to suicidal thought, is not talked about enough. In today's speech, I would like to talk more about it. I want to explain why self-body shames is harmful and what we can do to solve the problem, individually and socially. As long as I could remember until I was 13, I was so skinny that I could barely pin my cheek. I hated my pointy chin. At the end of my last year in middle school, out of nowhere I gained 10 pounds. My face shape changed from a heart shape into a complete round. I did not like it. During my high school years, I hated my forehead because I thought it was too high. I always had a bang to cover it up. My first year in college, I was 5 feet 2 tall and weighed 103 pounds. I thought I was too chubby and too short. Yeah, right? Not long ago, I woke up every morning looking down to my stomach and wondered, why could I not have a flatter belly? I have never felt pretty enough before. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who has dealt with this. So what is the problem here? We constantly body shame ourselves, in our minds and sometimes out loud. Those negative thoughts and actions eventually persuade our brain to believe that we are really not enough. In an article about negative self-talk, Catherine Sanford wrote, "The type of conversations you have with yourself determines how you live your lives." And I believe it works the same way with self-body shame. If we constantly tell ourselves that we are ugly, that we are not pretty enough, how can we live happily without self-confidence? I don't think we can. Looking back to that 11% of people who thought they were too heavy or too skinny, when they were actually normal, that's a great example of self-body shame. It also shows how much impact self-body shame has to the way we look at our bodies. Self-body shaming takes away the happiness in our life, prevents us from living our fullest potential, and most importantly, it has taken away many people's lives. So where does self-body shaming come from? Social media has set a higher and higher beauty standard to the society. It has got to the point where it glorifies the hourglass body type like Kim Kardashian, the tiny waist, big hips like Barbie doll, which most likely impossible for the majority of people. So the question is, can we solve the problem or at least improve it? Yes, I believe we can. Public figures with huge influence on mass media can change the way people define beauty standard. Well-known fashion brands can use their influence to show more of the diversity of beauty. Every one of us can post the pictures showing our physical imperfections. I know this idea sounds kind of crazy, but I believe it works. Because the more we try to hide it, the more insecure we are. What is not normal is what we do not talk about enough. And sometimes the insecure is just in our mind. We just have to give other people a chance to tell you that you're insecure or normal. And there's nothing to shame about. Let's spread out the positivity of beauty. Send self-love messages to each others. Let's flood the media platform with positive, truly happiness, the confidence about the way we look. Let's show the chubby face, the double chin, that stretch mark. Let's tell each other that it is okay not to be perfect. A week ago, I posted a pictures of my belly fat on Facebook story. About 250 people saw it. And I'm sure among those people, there was someone who felt better after seeing my photo. There was somebody who thought, well, I am not the only person who has belly fats. Imagine if every one of us show one of our insecure. How many more people will change the way they look at their body and love themselves more? I have shared my insecure. Where are yours? Thank you for listening.